You are now tuned in to Chris Barnes, Raw and Uncut. Let's get into it.
It's like this, right? I was hollering at one of the guys about the Durk Banks murder for hire cases. And I told him I think Durk got a chance of beating it. And he laughed through the phone. And he said, bro, you crazy. He's being accused of doing 2 murder for hires in broad daylight in 2 upscale neighborhoods in 2 different states. It's over with for him. And I told him flat out, I said, it's not what we know, but it's what we can prove. And based off of the information that I read from the paperwork, and based off of Durk cousin IG story, I'm now starting to believe that Durk Banks is in fact being set up by the Black Disciple organization and by O-Block. We know that Durk sent that hit on Quando Rondo because he got multiple rap songs rapping about it. However, free speech is a constitutional right and it cannot be violated. And just because he rapped about it does not mean that he's guilty of doing it. That's like saying Steven Spielberg is a serial because he makes scary movies. Durk Banks was set up by OTF Vonnie. OTF Vonnie is the mole, and Durk Banks is being set up by O-Block. We cannot say for 1,000% fact that Durk Banks had anything to do with the murder for hire for Quando Rondo just because they used OTF credit cards when he told them, do not use my credit cards. Secondly, if these gentlemen are on his payroll, they have company cards. Durk's father has a company card. Durk's uncle has a company card because they are employees of OTF. Just because they decided to use the company cards to do something criminal doesn't mean that Durk Banks knew that they were going to do it, and doesn't necessarily mean that he was liable for it. Now, do I believe that he knew about the hit? Of course I believe that he knew about the hit. But can I prove that he knew about the hit? No, I cannot prove that he knew about that hit. Because on the telephone calls, he said, don't put nothing under my name. That's the murder for hire number 1. Murder for hire number 2, the Stephon Mack case. A lot of people got the snitches in the Stephon Mack case mixed up. AJ and Marley has pleaded not guilty in that murder for hire. Co-conspirator A and co-conspirator B are the individuals who are snitching on AJ, Marley, and Durk. And I have a strong feeling that those statements will be recanted because everybody know that there are 2 brothers from Risky Road who are 4 corner hustlers. So we all know who the rat is. I don't because I'm not from the streets. But the individuals and the players that are involved know who these individuals are. So if they're not in witness protection, something may end up happening to them. However, a conversation is taking place between Marley, AJ, and these co-conspirators. And in these conversations, it sounds like the co-conspirators are trying to entrap Durk and OTF. Why? Because they were involved in a murder and they're on phone calls saying, what's up with OTF? What's up with Durk? Did Durk pay you that money? It seems like co-conspirator A or co-conspirator B were being coached by the FBI to build a case against Durk Banks. Do I believe that Durk Banks paid $500,000 to get Stephon Mack out the way? Of course I believe that because somebody got down on his brother. But it's not what we know. It's what we can prove. And in the United States of America, everyone is innocent until proven guilty, even if you have a darker skin complexion. Lastly, but definitely not least, the murder of FBG Duck. Do I believe that Lil Durk put $100,000 on FBG Duck's head? Of course I believe it. because he's on a music video saying he got $100,000, but it has to be done tonight. However, it's not what I believe. It's what I can prove. And according to court documents, D-Thang was the financier on the FBG Duck hit. According to court records, D-Thang was outside of Club O bragging about having FBG Duck murdered. It wasn't Durk. We cannot prove that it was Durk. The streets know that it was Durk, but the streets can't prove that it was Durk. And this is why the conspiracy charges are coming in, because this is what they did with the mob. They can't prove that Durk was doing it because they can't catch him in an act, but they're using the conspiracy of, well, he's the money man, he's financing it. This is actually unconstitutional. And whoever CHS1 is, who I believe that is Ken Yeller. If it's not Ken Yeller, I will make a public apology. But CHS1 is a main reason why Durk Banks is getting indicted, because they are using a lot of open market information in federal court, which is insane, because how can you use internet information, which can be considered entertainment, to indict someone? This is scary. And it's even scarier because the CHS1 is confirming and backing up all of these salacious and heinous accusations regarding Durk Banks. O-Block and Lashina will be the downfall of Durk, and O-Block and Lashina will be the downfall of O-Block and Tukaville. We have to start looking at these individual sets in Chicago as crime syndicate families, because according to the FBI paperwork, this is how they're looking into it. Lashina is going to talk her way into a federal prison. And now I understand why Manny and Young was telling her to get off the internet. Because if Durk is being accused of financing a war, then her son will also be accused and found guilty of financing a war as well. They have footage of FBG Duck leaving the murder scene of O.D. Perry the day he died. Duck bragged about sending shooters. Duck bragged about having hitters. Duck bragged about paying Tukaville, EBT, and STL members to go shoot O-Block. Lashina needs to be careful as well, because after these gang members went to go do criminal acts, they went back to her home. They partied at her home. Some people will consider those parties that Duck was throwing, the BDK parties, as gang meetings and gang parties that was held at Lashina's house. After T-Roy got killed, they went back to Lashina's house, which will make Lashina an accessory to murder. Whatever money that the record label gives Lashina, that she settles and she takes it, because if she denies the settlement and take this to court, she is going to wind up in prison for being an accessory for the murder of T-Roy and for having something to do with the gang war between STL, O-Block, and 600, because she was openly vocal about it. You don't hear any other parents on the internet saying that they were involved in gang fights, that they were out there front line with their children. I understand that the intentions were good, but the road to hell is paved with good intentions. So Lashina better be extremely careful, because she just may have cut off her own nose to spite Durk Banks.
Me go. I'm back. Y'all know what it is. Dumbass, stupid ass. Let's go. Ain't the type to hang with new niggas. Do this shit from day one, niggas. My shorty quick to pull them triggers. Unload on the goofy for nigga. Big me go, she pop her shit. Better get your bitch before she get hit. Now I got his goofy ass over pissed. Only thing I did is add it to the list. Ain't the type to hang with new niggas. Do this shit from day one, niggas. My shorty quick to pull them triggers. Unload on the goofy for nigga. Big me go, she pop her shit. Better get your bitch before she get hit. Now I got his goofy ass over pissed. Only thing I did is add it to the list. That's his bitch, yeah, I hit her, add her ass on to the list. Guess he went through her phone, now his goof ass over pissed. Better take it out with his bitch, better not come away with that shit. I'm overloaded PTSD so bad, not showing blowing this bitch. Pocket stay fed, I'm a skinny guy when I walk a while in this bitch. We ain't clicked up with shit, these niggas are snake cured for a brick. Better watch the rounds in this bitch, be the one that say love you get your hit. I been popping my big shit, I'm Big Migo, you done weird bitch. I'ma go viral with this dance, get groovy, Drake all in my hands, I know know you like my step, but dance overdo it when I catch your man. I'ma go viral with this dance, get groovy, Drake all in my hands. I know you like my step, but dance overdo it when I catch your man.